Okay, so we were about to do a brand new build right now for drift. All right. So I was gonna do a custom upgrade, and we just bought this car right now, the 2000 Nissan Silvia spec car. All right, and I was kind of talking through what I think about when I am going for a build, right? So here, first of all, if there's a body kit or something, you want to install that first, because what happens is it changes some things, and if you like the look, you don't want to change, you don't want to apply the body kit because it messes up all of your specs of the car after you've already done your build. So it's kind of weird that Forza has this in this order. Usually the body kits, if a car has a body kit, it's hiding all the way down in conversion. So I like to start there. If there's a body kit and I want it, I'll go with that body kit. Like this one I really like, so I'm going with that. So once I have the body kit, now I can go and start tweaking things out. Now, once again, in the second part also, in the second stage, you want to go for any other conversions that you want to do, like any swaps you want to do. So you want to stay here for a little bit. And if you do want to swap the engine out, for example, this is where you want to do. You want to do this first at this stage before you start going around and tweaking other things up. Because depending on the engine you have in the car, depending on the engine that you go with, it's going to have different options for the other components of the entire, managing and tuning. So you want to just make sure that you have the right engine and the right body kit if you're going with a body kit. Body kit is less important because most cars don't have a body kit option in Forza, but some do. And when they do, you don't want to set up your whole car and then at the very end come down to conversions and you realize, oh, there was a body kit you wanted. And when you click on it, all of your other settings go away. Right, so that's very annoying. You don't want to do that. Now, for a drift setup, Silvias are pretty easy to set up for a drift. The main thing you want to do is go for a high horsepower engine, right? I am going to do a swap. You don't have to do a swap for this, but if you notice, without the swap, I have 250 horsepower. Okay, now what I've learned in Forza is that 250, even up to 500, 600. You can't really drift a lot of cars with that sort of horsepower in this game. It's simcade, it's not as realistic, and obviously, there's some tweaks and there's some quirks about the game that you got to keep in mind. So what I have learned is 1,000 horsepower is the magic number. So I try to get a car to that when I'm doing a tuning setup. All right, so in this case, the most horsepower we're going to get is this 3.0 engine, right? This 3-liter 16 turbo. This is the one that I'm going to go with. All right. 555 horsepower we're getting with that, and we're going to keep it there. So in any other drivetrain swap, if I had any, I would, but it's already a rear-wheel drive, so we're not going to worry about that. Now, having done that already, you will notice, now we can go back to our upgrade shop and go start with the engine. All right, and go with, now the components of the engine now that you can tweak is far fewer than the stock engine. So that's why I said you should always do any swapping before you come to the engine. All right, do your body kits and your swapping early if you want to do that, which I did because I wanted the engine to be a lot more powerful than what the stock came with. So first, we'll just go in order here. All right, we're going for anything that's increasing the horsepower. All right, I'm gonna take toggle on my horsepower so you can see how the horsepower is changing. We're going from 805 to 868 here. I'll go with that. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 number as much as I can. I don't really care. All right, right now, we'll go for this. Wait, hold on. What did I just do? All right, yep, that looks good. Here too, we'll go up 51 more horsepower. All right, we're getting more horses here. We'll get more horses here, 49. All right, displacement, same thing, looking for horses. And we got some horses, 91 of them. All right, and then in the turbo, I got two options here that both give me 211 horsepower. So it really can't go wrong with anyone. But look at the graph, and the graph kind of, you want to go for like a smoother graph, a graph that's giving you a smooth power delivery across. So I'm going to go with the second one. It's giving me smoother delivery. Wouldn't make that big of a difference, but just to keep things nice and steady. All right, so the engine is done. Let's go down to the platform and handling. Again, the stuff that we're doing. Hold on a second. Return to free roam to accept. I don't know what it's doing. So in brakes, again, we don't want to go too hard on brakes here, but it's nice to have decent brakes, right? So I'm going middle of the line sports brakes with this, right? Now going for dampers, you do want to unlock certain settings. So you do want to go for dampers that are specific to drift. And as soon as you go for that, the car lowers a little bit. It looks beautiful. We're going for that. That'll unlock some options later that we might use in tuning. Now let's go to platform and handling. And what do we got? You know, keep an eye on your numbers, your stats down there. You don't want them to drop too much. You don't want anything to go crazy. This stiffens up the cars a little bit too much. So I go with the second one because it unlocked some of these anti-roll options. So we'll just go with that for now. All right. And then rear anti-roll, same thing. You want to unlock some of the options. So you want to go with the max out version. And then here, I don't want too much weight reduction because I really like this car's weight distribution as it is. Again, I'm going middle of the line here. I'm adding 66 pounds for now. And then here, we'll mess with the weight reduction. We'll reduce it back a little bit if we need to here. I'm not going all out here, but this looks pretty good. When I look at my numbers down there, right? They're looking like midline numbers. 197 pound will reduce. We'll go with that. All right. So again, we don't want too light a car, in my view, especially if you have 1,000 horsepower. It's going to just spin out all the time. So if you're going for 1,000 horsepower, you need a nice weight to it. So it's a nice and steady, slow moving transition capability of the car, right? Drivetrain, again, you know, let's look at what's it doing. Shift times. You want fast shift times when you're getting ready to drift. So definitely go for that. There's 11 seconds. There's 9 seconds. I'm going to go with 9 seconds. Don't want to go too far with it. And then in our transmission, we have a drift transmission. So if there are things that are already drift capable that they give us, let's go with them. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to figure out what everything does. But if there's already a transmission there, I find that drift transmissions, the 4-speed ones, work really well. A lot of my cars have those, and they work really well. And then when it comes to the drive line, we don't have to do a whole lot. Again, this reduces a lot of weight. So I'm just going to go with the first option. And then differential, we want to get our drift differential because it's gonna unlock that differential tuning. And what we want to do with the differential is that we want our wheels to spin at the same time. We don't want to have difference in wheel spinning back and forth. That reduces the stability of the car. So we're gonna lock our differentials later by making sure everything is spinning at the same time. So that's gonna come in later, but this unlocks that option for us. So we're going with that. All right. Everything is so straightforward. You don't have to know. You don't have to be a mechanic to do this. All right. It's very accessible. You know, where possible, go for the drift specific things, and where it's not possible, just try to, you know, keep things at the medium level so you don't go too far in one direction or the other. Tires again are very easy. We go straight for the drift tires. All right. They have real nice grip. All right. We'll go for that. Because our body kit kind of comes with some of these tires, we can, I usually like a wider tire. Again, a better grip, right? We can go with this. Maybe this is maybe too wide. I don't know. Let's go with this. Let's go with these. All right. The rim, yeah, we'll just keep it stock. All right. We don't want a shorter rim. We want a thick tire, so we'll leave it stock. Same thing with rear. We're not gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it untouched. All right. Down here, we're not gonna do much because everything was already in a body kit, so we'll leave it alone. Same thing here. We're not gonna do anything. Everything was in the body kit. We're gonna leave it alone. All right. Now with all of that, actually, hold on 1 minute. Continue. With all of that, here's what we're working with. We're working with 1,270 horsepower. That's plenty on a rear-wheel drive with a car like this. I think it's going to be a good drift. Let's see what happens. I think I'm going to buy what we got here, and we're going to keep it moving. And then we'll tweak some tuning also, though. So let me go ahead and install this setup first. All right, 100,000 on top of the 35,000 credits that the car cost us. So now it's a $135,000 car, or 1,000 credit car. So with that said, let's go ahead and test this out. See what we got. This is the Nissan Silvia Spec R. This is one of the most famous kind of cars in Forza that you can do drift builds on. A lot of people do them and they come out really good. All right, so here's what we got. Everything looks pretty good, right? The car looks nice, beautiful. I didn't even go for the cosmetics very much, just went with the body kit. All right, second gear is giving me, okay, the second gear has quite a bit of speed to it. Okay, so that might be enough. Let's see. Okay, I'm liking it. It's a slow drift. It's not very twitchy, which I like. I don't like twitchy drift. All right, and second gear takes us to 108, 109 miles per hour. Now, the gear that takes you from 60 to 110, that's the gear I find is best for drifting in Forza. All right, and this applies to any car. All right, so here we go. This is, by the way, I haven't tuned the car at all. There's no tuning involved here. So far, I just did my swaps, right? My garage settings. I just swapped things out. And this is how it's drifting straight out of the box after that initial setup. All right. So, actually not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now, I am finding two things that are wrong with it right now. One, I think I would like a little bit more grip on the front and a little bit less grip on the rear, because I feel like the rear is kind of sticky a little too much. And then the second thing, I think the gearing ratios are a little bit weird right now. So I'm going to try to fix both of those things. But first, I do got to go uphill too to understand the car a little bit better. Downhill is a little bit tricky because it's always, you're catching speed and you're trying to manage the speed. So I don't find downhill drifting to be as informative for me as in terms of figuring out like what the car needs. Then I find uphill drifting. Uphill drifting or flat straight drift, that's what I want to do to kind of understand the car and the different pieces that go together to make it a good drift. So let me go uphill real quick here and see how the drift goes, and then I'll try to pay attention to some of the things that I'm looking for, like that grip and like that gearing ratio. Yeah, see, comes back too fast. Yeah, and I'm topping, like my RPMs are topping out very quickly. So I don't know if I need that in second gear. Maybe we need to get to third gear. Yeah, and the rebound is fast. Okay, so there's a couple of things in tuning that as I'm trying to get up here, I'm noticing. All right, so this is just a test run, right? I'm not really trying to get drift points right now. I'm just trying to understand the car a little bit. To be honest with you, I could just deal with this the way it is right now. It's actually pretty good. Okay, let me go down one more time and come back up to show you if I was paying attention and if I was like taking the drift a little bit more seriously, what it would look like. And I think I can drift this car pretty well right now. All right, this last exhibit was not a good example of that, but I'm about to show you right now with a little bit more focus that I could, this car is a good drift car as it is right now. All right. Let's go ahead and take it a little bit more seriously, pay a little bit more attention and see what I can do here. All right, we'll stay in second. Some people just fell to the ground. Yeah, too much grip in the rear right now. Oh, yeah. The tires are definitely something we gotta change. The front needs a little bit more. I feel like the rear also is not, it's not enough right now. Raphael, what's going on? Man, so many favorite drift cars in this game. Supra MK4 is my favorite in Forza Horizon 5. We'll drift that one out a little bit too. Oh. There you go. There you go. So like I said, it's already a pretty good drift car. You know, the behavior of the tires is a little bit weird right now, so we're going to play around with a couple of things. We're going to play around with the gearing ratio, and we're going to play around a little bit with the tire pressure. All right, now the good thing about that is you don't have to go anywhere far for that. Tuning car options are right here. All right, so once you have everything, I'm going to leave everything. Oh, tire pressure we did want to change. So in the front, I want a little, maybe go to 29. All right, rear, let's just leave rear where it is for now. All right, you know, front gives us more grip, better handling a little bit. All right, rear will leave it as is. Now gearing is where I have a little bit of an issue, because a lower ratio gives us a higher top speed here, right? So I don't want a higher top speed in my first gear, so I'm gonna increase this a little bit, increase the second a little bit. All right, and third is where I kind of want it. There you go. All right, third is where I kind of want it. I'm reducing overall speed right now, but let's see. There you go. Third feels like now it's in a better spot. All right, I'm going to leave everything else alone. We're not going to touch too many things all at once, but the differential, we want to lock it up. And the way you want to lock it up is you want to turn both acceleration and deceleration to 100%. All right, so we made 3 changes right now. We reduced the tire pressure in the front a little bit, right? We did our tuning a little bit for the gearing, and then we locked up the differentials. All right, so let's see if that feels different. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a big difference. Okay. Oh my god, the turning is so much better in the car. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm not flooring. Look at my RPMs. They're not topping out anymore. That's perfect. All right, that was perfect. I got beginner's luck, guys. I got it right the first time. All right, so I still feel like the rear tires are too grippy, so maybe increase that tire pressure in the back a little bit. We'll see. Oh, it feels great now, though. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ah! Silvia Spec R, amazing. Wow. This is a perfect tune, guys. Get this tune. Alright. So, a very easy tune. 115,000. That puts us in the top, you know, 1/3 of this drift zone. So, it's a really cool drift zone. So, there you have it. Silvia tuned it up. Class is over. Now, let's go ahead and try out some of the other cars that I've already tuned up. I'm not going to keep tuning cars right now. The Silvia was the one that I wanted to tune up in front of everybody live, so that you guys have a understanding of what some of the basic kind of way of thinking is around tuning up a car to be a drift car in Forza Horizon 5. It's really not that complicated. You don't have to change a whole lot of stuff, especially when it comes to transmission and tires. Just go with the drift transmission, just go with the drift tires. All right, make your life easier, pick those things, and then everything else start to tweak out. But the number one thing to remember is, if a car has the body kit, start with the body kit first. If you want it, if you like the body kit, start with the body kit first, and then go into the engine swapping. All right, which you don't want to do any of that after picking your engine first. So a lot of the boxes, the tuning, you know, the garage screen has things that are not in the order that I'm recommending you do things in. All right, start with the body kit at the end. All right, go with the swaps if you have to do any engine swaps. Once you determine that, then go back and start to tweak things out. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick out a different car. And this is all about Japanese domestic market cars, JDM cars. So we're going to go with Japan only. And how do you go to Japan? Right? You go to country, and here you go. Wow, there's so many options here. We started with the Silvia. I think I want to go with, you know, you can't talk Japan and not do some Nissans, right? We just did the Silvia. Another one, we got to do the GTR. So we got to pick a GTR. I was driving around a GTR earlier. This Skyline, this blue one up top here, looks real nice. And you can see I got a couple of Silvia spec Rs because I think they're really good drift cars in this game. But this one, we're going to go with Skyline GTR V spec. All right. We got ourselves a nice drift tune here. I don't know if this is the one that I wanted to kind of drive. What else do we have in terms of GTRs? Let me just make sure I got the right ones because I have a couple of GTRs. We'll try the Skyline GTS also. Just want to make sure. Let's hop in and find out what we got. And then we'll try some Hondas after this. All right, so let's start with this GTR Spec 2. Get in the car. Let's hop in. All right, and then there's so many cars, so many JDM cars, man. Let's go ahead and try them all out today, or as many as I can. I mean, can't possibly do all of them. All right, so this one handles real nice. This Skyline has a great feel to the wheel. All right, you know what I mean? Feel to the wheel. Got a great feel to the wheel. Write that down. Feel to the wheel. Woo! Oh, I'm into this. Messed up there for a second, but it was easy to fix. I think I can drift it in 4th gear actually. Let me go up in 4th. This is a nice looking car though. Look at that spoiler in the back, those Skyline GTR lights. Everybody loves those. Let's go ahead and go up in 4th and see what we can do. Enter sideways. Yeah, I'm pushing it a little bit now. Getting a little confident. Got off the road there for a second. There you go. 116,000 on that one, and that was pretty nice too, man. This car is great. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh. Everybody knows this car, right? You know this look. You know the lights in the back. So there you have it. So we got 2 Nissans out of the way. Let's go for Hondas now. I want to go into the S2000. It's a legendary car. And I want to get into the NSX. What's up, Brent? Yeah, Brent, I play with people once in a while. A few lives ago, we played together. We joined convoys and we were just drifting, trying to do tandems and stuff together here, but mostly I like to drift in this game now. So if you're down for that, come on down and you know, RPM reload, add me as a friend. We'll get you in and we could drift together down this track. Today I'm doing Japanese cars only, so if you got some Japanese machines, drift machines, bring them down. All right, back to Japan. All right, so we were going for Hondas. That's not Japan. Okay, Honda. So Subarus, Mazdas. We'll come to Mazdas too. Obviously, you have to do Mazdas. But here is the NSX. I got a couple NSXs. So this NSX-R is the one that I want to drive first. All right. What's weird is that it's mixing up Hondas and Nissans here. All right, that's kind of weird. But in any case, NSX-R. Let's hop in. And let's take that one out for a spin. This one is not as good a drifter. I tried to, you know, tweak things up. It's just, you know, I didn't want to swap engines on it. So I was a little bit limited. But the car looks so nice. Look at that. Right-hand drive. Beautiful. NSX. Legendary. Legendary. All right. All right. 3rd gear. There you go, nice and slow, kind of like a muscle car. There you go, okay. Woo! gets good angles. It's nice.
You've arrived at your
115,000.
destination.
Bingo. All right. So that was pretty nice. All right. There's just not a lot of acceleration early in the gear, early in third gear. So I have to kind of like really floor it, kind of get some power. So the tuning, the gearing can use some work. We use a little bit more acceleration early on in third. But I mean, look at this thing. It's still a ton of fun. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Amazing. All right, perfect. So that's the Honda NSX. Gorgeous car. Does a great job at drifting. It's an easier drift, not as I guess jumpy as the GTR. All right. But really nice, really nice. All right, let's hop into the next. Brent, that's great, man. It doesn't matter. Drifting took me a long time to learn. So if you're into it, you know, just practice, keep practicing. The wheel just makes it actually harder, right? A lot of times these games are made for joysticks and they're made for a controller. So the wheel drifting is always more challenging and your whole body's involved. So it takes a lot. So if you can't find a lot of early success, don't be disappointed. Everybody goes through the same journey, but you gotta, you know, if you're really into it, just keep trying it. And make sure you check your settings. I made a couple of videos about settings. A lot of times, if you have a wheel, the settings play a huge role. All right, G29 settings. There's people who have videos about G29 settings for Forza, specifically for drifting. Try to find out some of these videos, try some of those settings that people are telling you about, and you know, one of them is gonna click. That's what happened to me. I had a G29 too before the Phonetic wheel, and that's how I kind of got into it. All right, and I was able to drift with the G29. I actually have videos on my channel about that. I was able to drift with a G29 on Forza also, so it's definitely possible and it's very enjoyable, but it takes a bit of time and you got to learn. All right, let's hop into the Honda S2000. That's next. All right, now we know what we're working with, so we'll just go straight to Honda S2000. All right, so this one is not a drift setup, but the yellow one is this 2009. Even though that body kit, that styling on that 2003 is beautiful. It looks so much better. I feel like that's a nice kit it got on. All right, but here we're gonna go with S2000 from 2009 because I got a drift setup on that one, and that thing rolls and slides so sweet, so smooth. It's great. I just gotta shift up to like 4th or 5th gear on this though. All right, it doesn't have a lot of speed on those gears, those early ones. All right, 4th might be good enough. Oh man, so nice. It's a tiny little car. Yeah, I mean, it gets good angles, but I just gotta get my practice back on with this thing. This thing is amazing. All right, let's go ahead and go uphill. Yeah, 4th gear is good enough, actually. 4th gear is definitely good enough. Just need a little bit of practice. Every car drives different, so it takes a minute sometimes. Kind of get used to it, but I think I'm ready. Here we go. Ready with that left foot braking? Yeah, baby, bring it. Oh, people causing a crash here. Look at this. This thing gets crazy angles. 118,000. So far, the car with the highest score. And look at the parking job. You know, slid right back on beautifully, and this guy wants some attention, so we'll give him some attention. All right, but we're not joining you, friend, because we got to do some drifting. We got a lot of
You've
Japanese
just
cars to go through. No challenge in this AM Valkyrie. This guy got an AM Valkyrie challenging a Honda S2000. Come on, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with you. But let's go and get ourselves some cars. All right, next up, we got two Hondas, we got two Nissans. Let's jump into a Mazda. Right, it's Mazda time. Let's go. Mazda. All right, so Mazda's got some crazy cars here. The Miata RF, I've made some videos about this one already. I'm not going to go into that right now. It's probably the best looking Mazda in this game. The Mazda Miata RF. Everybody loves this car, the way it looks. It's just gorgeous. But really, we're looking for some legendary cars right now, right? So in the legendary cars, the first one I want to try is the MX-5 Miata from 1994. Dope car, and after that we'll go to the Fast and the Furious version of the RX-7. All right, so we'll go to the RX-7 after this, but the Miata is my favorite, so I gotta go with this little car. Miata is also my favorite in Assetto Corsa. All right, so this little Miata, the Miata Street, man, it's a gorgeous car. All right, fireworks on. It's a tiny little thing, kind of like the S2000. But I think it drifts better than the S2000. A little bit more control. And the handling just feels so good. Oh my God, look at those pop-up headlights. This thing is amazing. All right, it's a little monster right here. This Mazda. All right, I'm crashing everything, but it's so much fun. All right, let's go back up. There you go. I love this little corner. It's a tight but slow corner, and it really tests your skills. Oh, I messed up. We'll do another one. We're not done. We can't be so sloppy. There you go. Oh, gosh. Even with the crash, I got 109,000 points on that. All right, let's go down. We got to do another one because that uphill was sloppy, and I didn't like it. Downhill was pretty good. I mean, it's very different from that S2000 also. All right, the car drives very different. It's a lot stiffer. All right, it's not as smooth as the S2000 was. Yeah, this is a lot stiffer, so it requires a little bit more alertness, which, you know, that's cool. I like a car that keeps you on your toes.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hi. There you go. All right, let's go up again. We gotta fix our mistakes. This is where I messed up last. No, I think I messed up here last. Turn that wheel real fast on that one. All right, we did it. Definitely a little bit more exciting, this little one, right? So that's the Mazda Miata. Awesome, legendary Japanese car. A real nice street car. Looks really great. It's tiny. Awesome to push around and slide around. All right, next up is going to be the RX-7. Again, legendary. Mazda's got so many legends. I love my little Mazdas. Let's go for the RX-7 next. All right, so I got two RX-7s here. We got the Spirit R-Type, which is I think the one from the Fast and the Furious. That's what they had with the pop-up headlights. And then we got the RX-7, the 1997. All right, the RX-7, I don't know which one is better, actually, to be honest with you. I don't know which one is better. They're both almost exactly the same. I'm gonna go with the rare one. All right, the Type A. Let's hop in. Let's see what it gives us. Might be a good drift, might not be, but let's see. We'll have to find out. Yeah, Brent, come on down. All right, what do we got? Woo! Man, this thing sounds crazy. Oh man, the handling is way off. Okay, this is gonna be a struggle. Oh my gosh. Woo! All right, we'll keep it in third. Oh yeah. Woo! Okay, sounds kind of not that great, but moves pretty good. Moves pretty good, and looks really good. Oh, lost track, lost track. Ah! First accident, first accident. Help, help, help. SOS. All right, we're done. All right, but going downhill, first try, the car is kind of crazy. Okay, this one's a crazy one. Not an easy build. This is not an easy drift build. This seems, you know, a little bit challenging. The handling is really not that great. So you got to really be careful with how much you're turning the wheel here. You have enough power, but it's just that, yeah, the handling is a little weird. All right, but we still made it. Look at that. Oh no, I messed up. Oh, had to go to the e-brake real quick. There you go, little 360. Come on. All right, real nice, real nice. Let's try the other RX-7 too. I wonder what the difference is. This one had the pop-up headlights. The other one had a different body kit. So we're going to go try that one out too. Maybe that one's a better build. Some of these builds I built long ago, and they're not very good because I hadn't learned enough at that point. So it is what it is. And I'm just finding out right now which ones are good, which ones are not. All right, look at this one. Crazy looking body kit. All right, crazy looking one. And, whoo, look at that. Man, it looks vicious. Wow, look at that. My gosh. Where are the lights coming from? I don't... They're blacked out or what? Oh, same sound. Oh, this is actually better. This feels more like that S2000 that I was driving. Wow.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah. Oh, man, this one's nice. Okay, I like this one. This one's better than the other one. Yeah. Look at it. Wow. That was amazing. All right, that was a real nice corner that it took. All right, very impressed with this one. This is a good one, guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and favorite this one up because I want to come back to this from time to time. Oh, it's already favorited. Great. See? All right. Next up, so we did 2 Mazdas. Let's go for Toyotas. Where are my MK4s at? MK5s at? Let's go to Toyota. We'll start with the Supra, of course. Everybody wants a Supra. So let me go to Formula Drift and get my Supra out. I got that neon Supra right there. Woo! Let's go. Bring that out. Oh, this is the best car in this game. This is the best pick car in Forza Horizon 5. Okay, RPM reload. Try that. Maybe without the space. All right, let me just see what I have here. Yeah, RPM space reload. That should do it. Oh my god. The Supra is so good. It's like a perfect daily driver in this game. You can just drive this all day, open world. You can race in this car. It's just a jack of all trades type of a car. I mean, it's still got, you know, it's mostly bent. It's a Formula Drift version, so it's definitely leaning toward Formula Drift, obviously. And the Formula Drift cars are not that easy to drive sometimes. They're very jumpy, but this one, man, once you get a hang of this thing is amazing. The angles, oh my gosh, the power in third and fourth gear thing is great. And pulls, it just pulls so nice. 121,000 I got on that. Look at that. 121,000, the highest score we got so far. It's just dope, and I wasn't even trying. It's just that it gains a lot of wheel spin, like it gets a lot of tires turning, and in Forza, that gives you a lot of drift zone points. So if you're in a fast car, you get more drift points than you do in a slower car. So a performance class A car is never going to give you too many drift points, but S1, S2, they'll give you a lot more drift points. And there you go, just like that. All right, Brent is here. What's up, Brent? Come on down, Brent. Okay. All right, so let's go to Convoy now. I got your friend request. Go to online. Find a I'll create a convoy, and we'll do invite only. And if you're on, Brent, let's see if you're on. Brent buddy will join and sent you an invite. Come on down. There you go. You've joined. All right, so bring your car over. It should tell you now on the map where I am. I'm all the way up north on the map, all the way at the top of the map. All right, let's get some convoy points. You seeing these angles on the Supra though? My gosh, man, I hope Forza Horizon 6 has the Supra. I really hope. I'm gonna miss this car so much in Forza Horizon 6. I feel like this car is gonna make me want to come back to Forza Horizon 5. That's how much I love this car. This is hands down the best drift car in this game. Alright, but enough of the Supra. You know, I could do this all day. But let's go to some other legendary cars in the Toyota universe, because there's a lot. Alright, we got the Celica. The Celica is a great one. I really love the Celica as a drift car in this game. It's a sleeper, guys. People don't know about this. The Celicas are just amazing. Alright, that Celica build I got here, I'm about to show you right now. My goodness, that's a great one. Alright, here we go. Let's go get the Celica. Woo! Toyota. Let's go to Toyota now. All right, so here we got the Camry. We got a bunch of Supras, but I think I picked the right Supra that everybody wants, right? Everybody loves the MK4, and we had the MK4, and that was going pretty well. Let's hop into that Celica that I was telling you about. And man, oh man, that Celica's good. All right, I got a couple of those, but one of them is just so nice. All right, and then we got to do the Chaser. You know, the Chaser is a legendary car, the JZ engine, right? Let's go with this one, the 1992 Celica. All right, Brent, you here yet? Let's see where Brent is. Where on the map is our friend? Oh my, I can't even see. There's too many things. Oh, right there, right there. Oh, there's like a drift arcade going on. I think our friend is right there somewhere too. All right. Nope, he's down here. You are all the way on the desert side of town, or you're in this home down here. That's my favorite home, actually. I used to have this house too. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the Celica going, baby. Ooh, I love this thing. But I haven't drifted this in a while, so let's see if I can handle it. It wants to drift. Yeah, baby. Look at those angles. Woo. Oh my gosh. Crashing, destroying everything, but it works. Let's go up now. All right, so this is the Celica GT. Look at this. This thing is amazing, all right? So there you have it, the Celica GT, all right? So Toyotas, lots of Toyotas done too. What else are we missing in our Japanese JDM? And then at the end, we can do a couple of jumps. But first, let's go for any other JDMs that are legendary that we might have missed. We did the GTR, we did the Silvia, you know, we did the RX-7. We got a lot of our good ones already taken care of. Let's go to country. Let's go to Japan again. All right. So lots of Japanese here. Oh, it's the Subarus. I didn't try any Subarus. This right here, the STR ARX, that's a pretty crazy car. All right. I am gonna do that one. But yeah, the Subarus are great. Let me just go straight to Subarus. Yes, let's go to Subarus. Okay, so there you have it. Subarus are obviously legendaries, but I don't know if my BRZ is any good. It's a performance class A. We might have to tune this one up because it's not crazy good, I don't think. All right, what are we looking at in terms of horsepower? Okay, so this one has a pretty good horsepower. Let's see. Let me see if I can do anything with the BRZ. I have a bad feeling about this one. I don't think I had a good setup on this car from what I remember. All right, we're gonna stay in fourth. I'm gonna turn around. It's a nice looking car though. Oh, it's very slidey. Very slidey, so it's gonna be spinning out everywhere, I feel like. That's what's gonna be going on here. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Throttle happy. Holy moly, throttle happy. We need some grip on this girl. All right. Oh yeah, not great grip. I'm gonna have to tune this and fix this up. All right. Yeah, not very grippy. A little too tame. I'm not tame. I mean, ratchet. Let's go ahead and tune this up. Oh, I have a tune on it from a different place. Okay, we're not gonna mess with that right now. Then I'm gonna have to tune this on my own later. How about that? All right, let's go to that other Subaru, the WRX that I had. And this one looks so good too right here. Let's get that one. And this is a crazy one. Oh, I can find you. How about we meet here? Brent, let's meet here. I'll show you on the map. Let's meet down here by this on this runway. You know where the runway jump is at the end, right? And the jump takes you all the way to the river. Let's meet here. I want to do my last drift with the Subaru, and then I'm gonna come here. All right, let's go there. Let's meet there. That could be the meeting spot, and we can. Oh, there you are. Very good. You got the same car as me. That's pretty cool. Oh, car is so awesome. Impreza WRX STI. Oh, isn't that dope? How cool is this car? That was amazing. Look, our friend is coming over there too, drifting over. Very good. Great job, champ. We'll get that car in too in a little bit. Let me just go down. No! And those front tires would have pulled me up a little bit.
You have arrived at your destination.
There you go. All right, let's get into that final car. Nope, not the accolades. We were gonna go to the Nissan. This GTR, that's the one our friend is in too. So let's hop into that.
arrived at your destination.
All right, let's wait for our friend to get back here. Where you at, Ted? Come on down. There you go, you in the video. Nice slide. Go. All right, let's go down to the jump. Let's go down to the jump. This is how we'll wrap up the night. We'll go down to the jump. Come on down to the ramp or the runway. Let's go. Alright, this is the top speed we're gonna get. Woo! And guess what? Oh, we almost were at the top. We almost got to the bridge. But anyway, oh, there's a friend. The friend's over there. Let's do a modern GTR. It's alright. You don't have to be great at drifting. There's so many other things we can do in this game. Oh. last one, and this one is gonna be a newer GTR. We got the GTR Nismo. Which other GTRs do I have? Black Edition. Yeah, it's a fast one. Let's hop into that. Oh boy. Monster. Beautiful car. Inside, looking crazy. Oh, is that our friend? All right, let's start from here. All right, come on down. Come on. You stayed back. All right, let's see what we can do with this. We're gonna try to do a little barrel roll here. Oh man, almost got to the bridge. What happened? That would have been nice. But anyway, guys, it's been a nice night tonight. Trying out all the different Japanese gems. Oh, our friend went all the way across, it looks like. All right. Thanks, Brent, for joining in tonight. It was a fun time. Thanks for everybody who was able to join. Please give us a like. Hit a sub. Lots more drifting videos, tutorials, settings videos. I do a bunch of that, both for Forza Horizon 5 and for Assetto Corsa. So come on down, hop in. And join the ride. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.